The recruitment process consists of 3 rounds. The first round was written, not exactly written, it was an online test which consists of aptitude and technical. Then there were 40 people who appeared in that first round, and out of those 17 were selected for the second round. The second round was group task. There were groups of 6 people each in every group, and there was this activity like we were given an A4 size paper and we have to make a ring out of that paper without tearing it off, without cutting it in 2 pieces. So there were pencils and scale, and for every thing used there were points deducted out of total points, and this was a brain activity. Then out of those 17, 14 were shortlisted for interview, and it was one-on-one interview for electrical. When I entered in the room for the interview, the first question was like in every other company, tell me about yourself. So apart from general information about my qualifications and family background, the main thing he was interested in was hobby, and my hobby was photography. So and Atkins is basically a design company, so I can pretty much relate it to that, and that's why I emphasize mainly on photography, and I told them that there was designing and creativity involved in photography as well as in Atkins. So I think it was my basic strong point. The next question he asked was about my training, and I did my training from Jaipur substation GSS Chambal. That was not a big place, and it has very limited things to know, so it does not attract many questions, and he basically asked about basic things like lightning arrestor, transformers, and such things. Then he shifted to technical part, and he asked basic questions like what is the difference between different motors and overhead line and underground line, and questions like that. Then he asked me about my favorite subject, and I answered him power system and switchgear protection, and further questions were asked about related to that, and then we shifted to more normal questions like HR. Question I asked was that I want to know more about social work done by Atkins. So he answered me that there are various works, and told me about them, and this was it. Then he asked me one of the confusing questions, that would I like to study further in this field, and I answered him that I want to do GMAT and go into MBA field, but not just recently. So I answered him that I would like to go after 2 or 3 years after gaining an experience from a good company like Atkins, and it is a very good platform for me. So he was pretty impressed from this answer. The last question he asked me was, how will I contribute to Atkins if they hire me? So I replied him that I came from a place, Bikaner, Rajasthan, where they have taught me to conserve even a single drop of water. And Atkins was at that time building a stadium for London Olympics, which was being built on a waste energy land. So I told him that I can relate it to myself and I can bring my ideas to the company. I would like to suggest some tips. That is, what I did was, my technical was not so strong, so I diverted the interview towards HR or personal side. Second thing is, you should study about the company and show them that you are very much interested in their company, and so that you can impress them. If given a chance that you would like to ask something about the company, what I did was I avoided the personal questions and the common questions like what would be the salary hike, or what would be my future growth after 2 or 3 years. But I rather concentrated on the company itself, like what did the company do and what are the social things the company do, and so it benefited me.